Cameron's gone on the back foot. Oh, tremendous! Referee decides it's not a knockdown.
Hi all, Losdy, Punch Out TV. How you all doing on this Sunday afternoon? I quickly want to talk about, excuse me, about yesterday's fight, Chantal Cameron versus Katie Taylor. Now, I was going to make a video yesterday about this, but I thought to myself, no, leave it. Go back, watch the fight today, and then make an assessment and then do a video. So that's what I'm doing. Now, some people aren't going to like this, what I'm going to say, but I'm specifically saying this from how I seen this fight last night. I'm not trying to take away a victory from Katie Taylor, but what I'm trying to say is that fight, for me, should have been stopped. Or, at least, she should have had points taken away from her. For the excessive holding what she was doing, the excessive headbutting. But you had a referee there, that Ramirez, who was incompetent and didn't have a fucking clue what he was doing. Either that, or he was paid off. Because round one was an absolute 100% knockdown. That should have been a 10-8 round. But the referee didn't score it as a knockdown. He said it was a slip. Absolute bollocks. I'll put the knockdown in the video. And then the excessive headbutting. Well, first let's finish talking about the knockdown. It was a 10-9 round to Katie Taylor when it should have been a 10-8 round to Chantal Cameron. An absolute disgrace, that referee. He didn't call it as a knockdown. And then the excessive going in with her headbutting her and then holding her. Or she'd throw a little barrage of punches, a 1, 2, 3, headbutt, hold. It was the same all the way through the fight. Did you see the state of Chantal Cameron's face after the first round? Because I picked up on it halfway through the first round. She had a whopping bruise what come up on her eye and one above her head, which later turned into a cut. Now, some people are going to be saying, oh, look at this bastard here. Yeah, look at this bastard here. Because that last night was disgusting. Was absolutely disgusting. The amount of headbutts that she hit Chantal Cameron with. I'm waiting to see what Jamie Moore's done. I've been on his Twitter. He's only put the scorecards up, which I'll chuck in the video as well. Well, I've got it on my other phone, actually. Let me have a look. What Jamie Moore put. The judge scored it. The judge scored it. And I know what they were, but 99-96. Then it was 95-95, 92-98. So what were them other two judges seen? What the one in the middle wasn't seen? Let's face it, Chantal Cameron had no way of winning last night unless she got a knockdown. Taking it to the scorecards, she was never going to win. In Katie Taylor's back garden in her homeland with her own crowd, she had no chance. But I'm not here to try and dog Katie Taylor for a performance. Yeah, she won the fight. I think she was maybe the busier fighter. But what I didn't like last night was the excessive holding what she was doing and the excessive headbutts. The referee didn't even take a point. He didn't even warn her. But was it round 9? He warned Chantal Cameron for putting her elbow in Katie Taylor's face. But that was her trying to get her off. How many times did Chantal Cameron have her arms stretched out? And all Katie Taylor was doing was hugging the shit out of her. She's a dirty fighter, I'm sorry. I like Katie Taylor. I followed her for a long time. I've seen a lot of her fights. Serrano, the Delphine Pursoon fights. Go and look at the Delphine Pursoon second fight. She did exactly the same to Delphine Delphine Pursoon. She did the same, headbutted her way to a victory. I'm sorry, but some fighters are just like that. Josh Warrington is another one. Always goes in with his head and then tries to make out that it's not them, or make out it's the sort of way, their style of boxing that they dip in. Katie Taylor, excessive headbutting. Every time they did trade, Chantal Cameron got the better of her. You could see it quite clearly, so she'd hold her. And like I say, all Katie Taylor was doing, all she was doing was headbutting, hold, headbutt, hold. Throw a barrage of punches and then hold. Every fucking time. And that fucking bell-end referee didn't deduct 1 point from her, didn't warn her for her excessive headbutting, for the excessive holding. It was an absolute disgusting. I've just watched the fight again. Now people are going to say, oh, you're criticising her, she got a victory and stuff like that. She got a victory because she's a dirty fighter. I'm sorry. She's a dirty fighter. And I pull up people how I see, whether it's bullshit or not. And all these rimming channels out there, you know what I mean? No one's going to speak about this. Nobody. Nobody's going to speak about it. There's one channel, actually, I've seen today what spoke about it. One channel. But I was going to do it straight after the fight last night, but I thought, no. Because I'd had a couple of beers, I thought, no, I'll leave it. And I'll go back and I'll watch the fight today. And that's what I did. I watched it, gone back today, watched it, and then made my decision. And that fight should have been stopped, or she should have had points deducted from me for excessive holding and excessive headbutting, which she should have been disqualified for. That girl's face is an absolute mess. Cut over her eye, cut over her, around her eye, bruised face, swollen. I think she had a cut on her nose, bridge on her nose. And it was every fuck. I said to my son, look at her, rubbing her head up her face. And Chantal Cameron's got her arms out, like I say, saying like to the ref, look, she's holding me. Do something about it. But he didn't. And for me, that's just thrown me right off Katie Taylor. I'm sorry. Like I say, I don't care what people think. You can think what you fucking want. I don't give a fuck. But that, for me, I've just thrown me off as she's a dirty fighter. And that's why I don't like Josh Warrington. I don't like Josh Warrington because he's the same. He's excessive headbutts. Look how many people he's done it to. Kiko Martinez, Maurizio Lara. Done it to loads of fighters. That Lopez, he did it to him. He's done it to loads of fighters. I'm sorry, but some fighters are dirty. And people who use illegal fucking tactics to win a fight don't go down with me as good fighters. Not saying they can't fight, yeah. But when you're using dirty tactics to win your way to a victory, like I say, the excessive headbutting, you start a target straight away and it throws your opposition off course because they cut straight away. And then you target that cut. And they've got to try and protect them cuts all night. But then when, if it's a clash heads, accidental or clash heads a couple of times. But the way that she was doing it, blatant, all the way through the fucking fight. All the way through the fight. Every time they held, she was hugging her. Soon as she let go, she rubbed her head up her face. She'd throw a barrage of punches and go in and headbutt her and then hold her. Don't know, let me know what you think. But she's going on the Crime Watch UK video at the end of the month, which is coming out next week, because it's that time of the month for Crime Watch UK. But I'm sorry, she's going on that video for that. I'm wanting to see what Jamie Moore's got to say. I've not seen anything yet. But I feel very disappointed for that girl, because she whooped her ass that first time. And went and gave her a rematch. Because Eddie Hearn always has rematches, doesn't he? He loves a good rematch, does Eddie? But she was never going to win that fight anyway, unless she knocked her out. But I'm not here to like say whether she'd have won or not. Anyway, I'm just complaining about the incompetence and the ignorance of that fucking referee, that arsehole referee, what didn't deduct any points for the excessive headbutting and the excessive holding. Didn't deduct a point and didn't score it a knockdown. I'll leave that one with you. Let me know what you think. Peace out. I'll catch you in the week. Peace out.